This is Justice, bringing you another Destiny the Taken King gameplay. This time around I'm going to talk about the new Crucible. Obviously a while back I talked about Crucible 2.0 ever since the 2.0 update, and how things were very one-sided for all the wrong reasons, and quite frankly none of my friends and I could figure it out. We don't know if it was the changes to the respawn system, we didn't know if it was how the weapons have been balanced. We weren't really sure what was causing the one-sidedness. But I'm here to report that it's gone. Just as soon as it came, whatever one-sided nonsense was happening to the Crucible has just disappeared. I don't know what it was. Maybe now that we have the new weapons and the new changes and everyone's got the new supers, whatever was causing those horrifically one-sided matches has just kind of stopped. Now this gameplay right here isn't anything special. This is just me doing my first Crucible match to get some legendary marks, so it's a very sloppy match. I lose at the end, so spoilers in that regard. It's not really my best gameplay. It's not supposed to be. I'm just here to be honest with you guys and just show you just some honest gameplay, because usually people love these big crazy montages and these big amazing plays, but honestly I'm the sort of guy who I just like to chill and just sort of show what's going on a regular basis. Like, this is just how I play the game on a regular basis. And I'm using the Monte Carlo exotic year 1 rifle. It's not year 2 at the moment, unfortunately. And I'm using a handgun, which I think is pretty cool. The subtitle for it was, Fear My Gun, which I think is pretty funny. In general, though, no more one-sided matches is pretty cool. And the new Mercy system is actually quite interesting, because what it does is, if a match is going one-sided, the match will just end. I'm not sure what the metrics for that are. I don't know what the requirements for a match turning into a Mercy are. But as far as I know, because I've been in a match or two where a match will just end if it's too one-sided and the players just can't, make it. Excuse me. This is good. It means that there's better focus on just trying to play a decent match, and if a match seems like it's going lopsided, then the match will just end, because you know what, there's no point of wasting your time just dying over and over. So I think that's pretty good. In general, I am happy with the new Crucible. I haven't been playing it anywhere near as much as PvE, neither of the people I play with usually, so you won't really get too much perspective on this. I used to play Crucible way more, because with 1.0, with Destiny Year 1, you almost kind of had to, because if you wanted certain loot, if you wanted to get Crucible marks, to buy anything from, the factions or the Crucible people themselves, unfortunately you had to play Crucible. You had to grind out Crucible practically. We've reached a point where PvE and PvP, as in player versus everyone or player versus enemy, which is of course the storyline in single player and co-op content, versus the Crucible content, which is PvP, player versus player. Those are two separate entities now, and at this point you do not have to play Crucible to earn anything decent, which I think is a good thing. Which I think is fantastic, and it basically means that you can focus on doing what you enjoy, and, no more grindiness. The grindiness is just left to certain quests within story, and you're forced to do that instead, which means that you'll have a better time doing what you want, and there's just greater control in general over how you want to play the game and the things that you're more interested in. So in general, just as I said before with my old video, if you've already seen it, I'm enjoying the Taken King DLC. The Taken King DLC is the best DLC so far in terms of content, in terms of story, in terms of just general things you can do, and I think that's great. I think that they've taken people's, no pun intended, they've taken people's feedback and incorporated it into the game to make something decent, and now what we have are different modes, each with their own relevance. And it basically means that you can create your character how you want, you can do what you want. And even something like Crucible, which for that 1 week in between Destiny Year 1 and Destiny Year 2, The Taken King, where that one-sided matches were just, really aggravating, now it's not so much the case. Of course you can still lose, and, landslide victories are still possible, but whatever strange balancing, problem the game was experiencing, it's now gone. So that's just my thoughts for the moment. Let me know what you think, if you've been playing Crucible, if you think that the matches are better or worse, more one-sided, less one-sided, I don't know. Personally, I'm enjoying it, and personally I think that Crucible can continue to get better, and I'm interested to see how Iron Banner is going to work with the new system changes as well as the new supers. I'm sure it'll be, very entertaining, but obviously I can't wait to see.
Embrace the chaos of battle, or you'll never know victory.